So, guys, please like, subscribe, and share the video. Right? Thank you.
Almighty God bless you in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit. Listen to news updates on Ebona, the 103.5 FM immediately after Angeles, 6 o'clock a.m. and 6 o'clock p.m. weekdays. Stay tuned to be updated, to be informed. News updates, live reports. Ebona FM breaks the news with actualities.
I believe that people are hoping for a new Nigeria.
You can as well listen online via mixlr.com/GistFM.
Good morning and welcome to Ebona, the 103.5 FM news update. Today, Thursday, the 16th day of March 2023, and the time is 4 minutes past the hour of 6. Martin Ifan Chukwuekeze is my name. The headlines: Anambra women protest death of septuagenarian organ harvest victim. INEC receives sensitive materials in Enugu wreck Chukwu. Imo PDP National Secretary disagree over embezzlement of campaign funds. Our plans for Delta governorship candidates. Lagos community begs Ikeja discos over outage. TikTok dismisses calls for Chinese owners to divest in US. Now, details. Anambra women protest death of septuagenarian organ harvest victim. Thousands of women yesterday staged a protest in Omunze community, Urumba South local government area of Anambra State over the death of a septuagenarian, simply known as Mrs. Charity, whose body parts were suspected to have been harvested for rituals. Charity, as she is simply known, was last week attacked in her residence in Umunze, where her nipples, other private parts, lips, and fingers were cut off by her attackers, presumably before money ritual. She was rushed to Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu University Teaching Hospital in Oka, where she was receiving treatment but later died as a result of injuries sustained. The President General of the community, Mr. Hippolyte Olua, who addressed the women at the council secretariat, promised to ensure that the deceased gets justice even in death. Olua said, "We are calling on all of you to maintain peace and go about your protest peacefully. Our mother, who was killed, was a good woman and she did not deserve to be murdered in such a gruesome manner. The suspect has been arrested and handed over to the police, and he confessed that a native doctor told him to bring the items for mourning ritual. He has refused to produce the body parts he took from our sister, and he will be charged to court soon and jailed. We promise you, please monitor the matter until justice is served. In the meantime, the traditional ruler of the community, Igbo Promise Eze, who spoke to journalists, confirmed the criminal activities of most of their tenants in the community, saying a register has been opened for all non-indigens living on Umunze to register their names. INEC received sensitive materials in Enugu, Rek Shuku. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) says it has concluded arrangements for a hitch-free governorship and state assembly polls, as well as rescheduled the Enugu East Senatorial Zone poll on March 18 in Enugu State. The INEC Resident Electoral Commission (REC) for Enugu State, Dr. Chukwuemeka Chukwu, announced the readiness of the commission in a press conference held in Enugu on Wednesday. Chukwu said that the conference was to inform the electorate in Enugu State on the commission's preparedness to conduct a peaceful, hitch-free, credible, and fair polls come March 18th. He noted that the INEC in Enugu State had received sensitive materials from its national headquarters in the beginning of the week, adding that the sensitive materials are all stored and kept safe at the Central Bank of Nigeria Enugu branch. According to him, INEC officials on Monday and heads of security agencies on Tuesday have gone to inspect the sensitive materials and all have testified that the sensitive materials are still intact. INEC Enugu will start moving the sensitive materials to its local government area offices on Thursday, March 16th, from the CBN in the presence of security personnel and political party representatives and the media. On Friday, March 17th, the same sensitive materials will be moved from the local government areas offices to the various registration area centers (RAC) in the presence of security personnel, political party agents, and the media. Chukwu noted that the commission had completed the reconfiguring of 4,145 biomodal voters accreditation system (BVAS) machines meant for the March 18 polls a day ago. The REC said the INEC would be conducting election in 4,145 polling units in the 260 registration area or political wards and 17 local government areas of the state. So the elections will be the governorship, 24 state consultancy offices, as well as the rescheduled Enugu East Senatorial Zone due to the death of one of the candidates to the earlier election on February 22, he said. Imo PDP National Secretary disagree over embezzlement of campaign funds. The Imo State chapter of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) and the National Secretary of the PDP, Senator Samuel Anyang, on Wednesday disagreed over the allegation that the election campaign funds approved by PDP for Imo State were embezzled. There have been accusations and counter-accusations between the duo of the PDP state leadership and Senator Anyang for the past 2 days. For the National Secretary of the PDP, Senator Anyang, through the Special Advisor on Media, Ikenna Orioha, the National Secretary of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), Senator Samuel Anyang, expressed displeasure over the number of saboteurs surrounding the party in Imo State, adding that all their efforts are to see that PDP does not exist in the state. Anyang says that the primary objectives of these saboteurs during the just concluded presidential and National Assembly elections were to starve the party and its members of funds earlier approved and released as election intervention funds. He regrets that all entreaties, appeals, and convictions to release the funds approved to the appropriate authorities in line with the national template to enable them to deliver candidates of our party was flagrantly ignored, noting that reasons why the saboteurs carried out the broad daylight onslaught against the party was to frustrate PDP by ensuring that its candidates lose the election. After hijacking the election intervention funds released to the party in Imo State, some of the saboteurs turned back against candidates of PDP and played anti-party to justify the deal they had with leaders of the All Progressive Congress (APC), the statement said. Responding, the Imo State chapter of the PDP through the State Publicity Secretary, Collins Opuzo, said the People's Democratic Party (PDP) in Imo State is aware of a statement by Senator Samuel Anyang, the National Secretary of the party, which has now been published in some sections of the media, alleging that the money for the party's presidential and National Assembly elections in Imo State was misappropriated. The statement goes on to accuse Imo PDP leaders of sabotage during the elections. Inasmuch as we respect the person of Senator Anyanwu and the office he occupies, it is necessary to always set the record right also. PDP is in opposition in Imo State, and so it relies chiefly on popular confidence and acceptability to reclaim its stolen mandate. Therefore, the attempt by Senator Anyanwu to cast a slur on the reputation of the party and the integrity of our leaders is most unacceptable. If there is anything Imo PDP troubling, it is the fact that our presidential candidate scored only 10 votes at Obodo Central School in Amimo, Ikereduru local government area, which is the polling unit of our national secretary. This is extremely difficult to explain, PDP said. Our plans for Delta governorship candidates, urging Deltas to vote for him. The governorship candidate of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), Mr. Sheriff Oborowori, who escaped assassination last Sunday, said, "We cannot take peace and security of Delta State for granted. We must sustain the peace we enjoy in Delta State for our continuous growth and development. When you vote me, Sheriff Oborowori, into office as governor, I promise to interface with all relevant stakeholders to foster sustainable peace to enable Deltans to pursue happiness as guaranteed by law." On Tuesday, the chairman of the Oshimili North local government area, Mr. Innocent Ezeweze, also held a meeting with the various youth groups in Ibuza, asking them to vote for Borowori, saying his more agenda promises more infrastructure and enhanced peace, among others. The All Progressive Congress APC governorship candidate, Senator Ovia Omo Agege, who stormed markets in Delta North Monday and Tuesday, pledged, "We will harness our strengths and values as we develop Delta State's role in global era. We will use our alliance and networks to promote security, economic prosperity, development, and to safeguard the environment. We need more successful entrepreneurs. However, these life chances should be for all people. We want a society in which we see ambition and compassion as partners, not opposites, where we value public service and material wealth," he said. In asking Deltans to trust him and vote for him to change the narrative of the state, the Social Democratic Party SDP candidate, Ororogun Kenneth Gbagi, said Deltans should uncage their future by voting for me on Saturday because I am competent. Play no games this time. Come Saturday, March 18th, and let us vote right for the candidate that gave a record of performance and capability to work. We cannot continue the same culture of suffering. Let us all move Delta to the next level of development and progress. The Young Progressive Party YPP candidate Sonny Ofehe, who calls himself the incoming servant leader of Delta State, said the youth are the future of our great state and they need a place on the table of good governance. I'm committed to the principles that give hope and faith to our Commonwealth. Both Comrade Sonny Ofe as the next governor of Delta State, and together we shall make Delta State great again. I'm also calling on obedient family and youths across the state to come out in their numbers on Saturday and vote YPP. Lagos community begs Ikeja Disco over outage. Members of the Prestige Community Development Association in Heritage Estate, Isutu Road, Eba Igando, in Alimosho local government area of Lagos State, have appealed to Ikeja Electric PLC to fulfill its promise to provide a relief transformer to the community. Speaking to newsmen, Chairman, Heritage Estate Association Chief Mustafa Ayola said the transformer serving the street was under severe strain and could no longer cope with demand of the area. While recounting the struggles to get a transformer, Ayola said the community has since 2016 written several letters to the utility firm to end their agonies of low current supply and poor energy allocation to the entire Isutu area of Igan. According to him, the first letter, dated January 14th, 2016, brought the problem to the notice of Ikeja Electric and expressed dissatisfaction over the low current and poor supply. Now we move over to the foreign scene. TikTok dismisses calls for Chinese owners to divest in US. TikTok is dismissing calls for its Chinese owners to sell their stakes in the popular video sharing app, saying such a move wouldn't help protect national security. I would like to be emailed about offers, events, and updates from the Independent. Read our privacy notice. TikTok was dismissive Wednesday of reports that the Biden administration was calling for its Chinese owners to sell their stakes in the popular video sharing app, saying such a move wouldn't help protect national security. The company was responding to a report in the Wall Street Journal that said the Committee on Foreign Investment in the US, part of the Treasury Department, was threatening a US ban on the app unless its owners, Beijing-based ByteDance Limited, divested. If protecting national security is the objective, divestment doesn't solve the problem. A change in ownership would not impose a new restriction on data flows or access. TikTok spokesperson Maureen Shanahan said the best way to address concerns about national security is with the transparent US-based protection of US user data and systems with robust third-party monitoring, venting, and verification, which was already implementing. The journal report cited anonymous people familiar with the matter. The Treasury Department and the White House National Security Council declined to comment. Late last month, the White House gave all federal agencies 30 days to wipe TikTok off all government devices. TikTok remains extremely popular and is used by two-thirds of teens in the US. But there is increasing concern that Beijing could obtain control of American user data that the app has obtained. The company has been dismissive of the ban for federal devices and has noted that it is developing security and data privacy plans as part of the Biden administration's ongoing national security review. This is where we draw the curtain on news updates on Ebona at the 103.5 FM. But before we leave, a quick look at the headlines. Anambra women protest death of septuagenarian organ harvest victim. INEC receives sensitive materials in Enugu. Rek Shuku. Imo PDP National Secretary disagree over embezzlement of campaign funds. Our plans for Delta governorship candidates. Lagos community begs Ikeja Disco over outage. TikTok dismisses calls for Chinese owners to divest in US. You just listened to news updates on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. News produced and read by Martin Ifeanyi AKZ. Thank you for listening. Good morning. Okay, so thanks.
To news
Like,
updates
subscribe, and
and
share.
all
Okay,
at
thank you.
103.5 FM immediately after Angeles.